What's up, everyone? Jeremy Lastman here for your Daily Disrupt. Today's date is December 14th, 2020. Today is a Monday. In our current life environment, reality, there are so many things that we can go to in an instant gratification fashion to distract ourselves from the uncomfortable, from the painful, from the heavy, and so many means of escape and addiction and ways to change the state through an artificial or forced way. And, you know, early on, when I was first learning about myself and figuring out how to be a master of my mind and master of my emotions instead of being all consumed and bombarded and overwhelmed by my sensitivities, I found the muscles of how to take a lower state and through means of intelligence, of exploration, meditation, it became all about, okay, how can I flip this around? How can I change this this thing about myself that was making me feel heavy or tired or sad or pain. And that journey, that exploration of what I would later, in hindsight, know of as self mastery, it was a game in of itself. It was fun to be able to take something that would normally linger for an unknown amount of time, and through my own means of conscious attention and hammering and twisting knobs and pulling levers and turning buttons and all of pressing buttons and all of that, like, be able to change my state based off of my mindful attempt to want something different than what I was feeling. And there is a degree of mastery in being a master of your mind, being able to take something and transform it, transmute it, alchemize it, right? And especially through means that we have at our disposal, it can become easier and easier to state change like that and to never actually feel what it is that makes us uncomfortable. And today I want to hopefully disrupt, if there are things uncomfortable for you, if there are things that are causing you pain. First of all, being unconscious to it, we don't think that we have a choice to change it. But then when you are aware of you having a choice to change it, it can become about control, about controlling things. And that's going to have way too much force in it to actually be sustainable, to be deep enough to fully realize the truth in these things, the lessons, the learning, the discovery, the curiosity, the wonder of what it is these lower states are here to bring us, and not tear us down in an identity sense that they mean anything about who we are, what we are, how good we are, how whatever it is that we associate these things with. But my invitation to you is, how can you tell a new learning story, about what it is that is challenging you right now? How can you actually, instead of running away from it, instead of trying to force it to be something else, instead of pushing, battling, conflicting, fantasizing, all of these things that kind of either stay on the surface or dart you into some past or future image. How can you reverse the narrative? How can you switch this around? How can you slow down instead of making it a game or a serious need to change something, to escape something, to demonize something? How can you slow down? And beneath the illusions, beneath the thinking, beneath the forcing, beneath the perceived bad, wrongness, guilt, shame, judgment, negativity that you're feeling, how can you slow down in full allegiance of truth for yourself? The voice, the truth, the self-expression, the raw awareness that nothing does define you. Speaking from stillness. Speaking not from a fake power, a fake mask, an artificial belief system, even fantasy for all that matter. How can you slow down? Let all of that shit pass by and get to the root. The raw passion. The real voice. What really needs to be said about whatever it is that is the shit on top that you don't actually want to look at, that you don't actually want to feel, that you don't actually want to say because it puts everything in danger. But when you can slow down and be with that, in the breath of each syllable of your voice, magical things will be possible. Because you're not intertwining and entangling yourself in the dirt, in the densities, in the beliefs around what these densities might mean about you. But you're slowing down the hyper speed. Feeling, 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 feeling not doing any changes, not doing any work on yourself, but feeling the whole spectrum. So later this week, I believe on Friday, I've got a challenge coming up. 5-day challenge from loneliness to super loved. And I'll be talking about it more, but I just want to let you know if you're interested in that, keep an eye out for the details. We'll probably put a link below as well. And if that resonates, I'd love to see you in it. And feel, be, you are invincible to anything that holds you down. You are free. You are free. I'll see you tomorrow.